Agony and Atrophy is a very unique song from a lyrical standpoint. There are a couple of points on the album where my personal thoughts and feelings and experiences kind of bleed into the lyrics, but Agony comes from my life completely. When I wrote this one, I had recently become sober after a few years of heavy drinking. It was a very drastic change to my life and affected the way I approach pretty much everything. But let's take a look at how this applies to the story. How do these lyrics affect our protagonist? The previous song left the protagonist as an absolute mess. After what was essentially an unsuccessful suicide, he drags himself out of the river and collapses onto the sopping wet riverbank, breathless, exhausted, and broken. His goal of reaching the Twisted City has been rendered completely meaningless. He just doesn't care anymore, and for the first time since his awakening, he rests. In a moment of strange, abyssal peace, he gazes into the black sky and manages to tune out the sound of the creatures who torment him. He shifts his focus from what lies ahead to what once was, desperately searching his mind for any trace of a life before the hinterlands. He fixates on one thing: home, wherever it may be. And he thinks to himself, think of home, think of home. Let me see home. What he sees next fills him with absolute dread. Flashes of a life spent at the bottom of a bottle. He sees memories of being someone who spent every waking moment searching for a reason to get drunk. He feels the emptiness of a person who has never truly formed a real connection, but instead has drunkenly stumbled their way through every interaction they've ever had. And indeed, he has seen his home. These visions pass over him, and he finds himself glued to the ground, unable to find the will to move. Up until now, he's felt sort of an inkling of a greater purpose, like there was something more to his plight, some important reason why he needed to reach the city, like maybe there was something special about him. But now, nothing close. He feels like nothing. He feels like nobody. Perhaps he even feels like he deserves what is happening to him. And rather than finding solace in his memories, he finds himself ready to give up. So that's what happens in the story of Agony and Atrophy. The actual lyrics themselves focus a lot more on the alcohol side of things, and my own issues with alcohol didn't get nearly as bad as they sound in the song. Like many people these days, I struggle with social anxiety, and my way of dealing with that was binge drinking. When I was drunk, I was able to socialize freely and confidently. And as I understand it, that is the root of a tremendous amount of alcoholism in the world. I'm very glad that I was able to recognize these things and stop them before my health was at risk. But I do regret that I spent the primordial years of my adulthood as someone who was intoxicated every chance they got. I'm not going to do any specific lyric breakdowns for this song because I feel like if you read the lyrics knowing what the song is about, they kind of become crystal clear. The one thing I will explain is the title of the song, Agony in Atrophy. What does that mean? The title is meant to refer to the hidden pain that comes when you stop growing, when you stop pursuing your goals, when you hide in your comfort zone. It's about the idea that if you're not getting stronger, you're getting weaker, so keep moving. My comfort zone was being so hammered that I couldn't be held accountable for my words or my actions. I haven't had a drink in almost 3 years, and trust me, I'm very uncomfortable pretty much all the time. Thanks for watching this week's episode. Join me next week for a breakdown of The Void Speaks. It's a very significant turning point in the story, and a major metamorphosis takes place for our protagonist. Whether it's a good one or a bad one, you'll have to wait till next week to find out. I'll see you then.